I can still remember the first day of SMR, coming to SMR, and also the first day of school. Like, okay, perhaps not like it was yesterday, but perhaps it was like a few weeks ago. Not very recent, but recent enough that it doesn't feel like it's been almost more than a year since I've been here. And it's so terrifying and it's so saddening to think of it. Um, these past few nights, I've just been attacked with these thoughts about leaving, and the feeling of finality and the end of something is so sad and scary. It's kind of like doing something that you've been doing, a routine that you've been doing for so long, and suddenly it's just gonna end, and I am just very terrified about this, and also really sad about it, because it's been I dare say the best, okay, best, just very it's been a really great 1.5 years. It's nothing that I've expected, but then again, I came here with no expectations to make friends either. I still remember my mom calling me on the third week, I think, after I came here, and she'd ask me like, do you have friends? And I'm like, yes mom, I do. And it's not I've met some of the best people in my life here, and it's very saddening. Vocabulary is so it's very saddening to think that I won't be seeing these people often anymore, as opposed to seeing them every day in class and just doing things together, and just being together and seeing each other every day, and then it's all just gonna stop in one plus month. It's I cannot imagine. It's so many things have happened in the past year, and yet it doesn't feel like last year was very long ago. Sometimes it does feel that way, but it feels like the reachable kind of far away, and not like when you were 1 year old far away. And it's and you and I think what I'm mostly just bothered by is just the end of a routine and the end of life that I have here, but mostly it's not being able to see my friends so frequently again. And I mentioned this in my blog post, saying that the future is unpredictable, and who we might become is even more so. And I'm so scared of what I might become in the future, and what I might or might not do. And I hate to admit it, but separating and forgetting is very inevitable in life, and it's kind of like it takes two to tango as well. But even if the two do want to tango, it still doesn't guarantee anything. What I'm meaning to say is, we can assure each other as much as we want, like stay in touch, stay in contact, but we never really know if that's what's gonna happen, you know? And it's so scary to think that right now you're feeling all this, but in a month's time, what if you suddenly just forget, and you're just beyond that, and you don't feel the same things anymore. And it's like sometimes I go back home for a week break, and at first I have like Sunway withdrawals, but then towards the end of the week I slowly get accustomed to being at home, and it suddenly feels weird to come back to Sunway again. And that's the thing, but even during even though during the break I feel like that, but I know I will still go back to Sunway eventually, and it's just a break from everything for a while, but then I'll be back in the whole mojo again. And I think even though I show reluctance to come back here, the reassurance that I will be able to return to this environment that I enjoy again is what keeps me doing the things I do. It's just something okay, not exactly look forward to, but it's something to expect, and it's something that feels natural, and you do it because it's you know it's what you're gonna do, and you do it, and you don't feel like it's unnatural or artificial or anything. But you can't say the same about the future, and I don't know why I made this. I just have a lot of feelings about leaving right now, and it's the last week of school and it's Wednesday, so that means there's literally only 2 days of classes left. And there's this phrase they coined in How I Met Your Mother. I don't watch the show, but I watched one episode, and it was the episode that I learned the term goggles, which is when you realize that you're about to lose something or something's about to end. That's when your desire for it intensifies by a lot. It's like, for example, analogy. A nanny. Perhaps you've had a nanny for 3 years, and the entire time you just feel like, oh, she's there, and it's natural for her to be there. But then towards the end of her employment, say the last week or so, you suddenly feel this sudden very strong attachment to her, and you suddenly start realizing she's there and paying extra attention to her because she won't be there next week anymore. And then you start counting the days to the end, to her leaving, and that's kind of the same as being here as well. You start to take notice of more things. You start to try to remember more of the current moments with all your friends, instead of the fleeting moments that you just ignore during normal school hours. And I think you pay extra attention to your friends as well, and your lecturers, and just your surroundings in general, because all of this will be gone in one plus month. And it's so scary to think. It's so scary, like, how much I've changed as well. And I cannot remember who I was. Not who I was. I can't remember how the way I think about things in, say, Sem 1 compared to now. I'm pretty sure it's different. I'm pretty sure it's very different, but I cannot remember, and it's all constantly gnawing at me, because I've had this mentality that the person I was in Sem 1 was not far more, but perhaps a bit more superior than who I am right now. And I think ultimately this is just a video about talking about leaving Sunway, and I feel like I should be more emotional about this, and I am, but I can't seem to show any outward emotions about this, and it's kind of weird. I tried watching a video on my phone just now that I recorded about 4 months ago in June at Tanah Merah. I was crying while I was recording the video. I could hear the sobs in the background, and I could remember how I felt at that moment. It was a moment of realizing that this is all gonna end as well, but it wasn't so, the urgency wasn't so intensified yet, because I still had another semester to go, and I was like, wait till then. And now it's coming, and I don't know how to react to it, and it's so scary, and it's so sad, and I'm talking with a straight face, and I look very indifferent. I know. I don't know why I'm not showing any emotions as well, but I guess the time will come, and I guess the time will be Friday. And you know, when things are starting to end, and then you try to remember like how the week went, like what happened on Monday, what happened on Tuesday, what happened on Wednesday, like how did it pass by so fast? And currently I'm doing the same, and I can remember generally what happened on Monday, but I can't remember, like, I don't know. Time is so weird, you know. Time is such a weird concept. It's yeah, I think that's all I have to say. That's all I know what to say. That's all I can say. And perhaps I will be able to interpret much more of my emotions when the urgency truly hits me. And I say hit because I truly think it will be a sudden hit, and I think I wouldn't like that one bit, but since it's not something I can control, I'm just gonna try to expect it and try to overcome it and react to it as best as I can. So yeah, 1+ month to go, and I hope I make the best of it, and I hope I don't leave anything unsettled. I don't leave on bad terms with anyone, and I want to make up to the people I've offended, and I also want to be able to say what I want to say before I leave, before I can't say it anymore. Although judging by how social media is so widespread nowadays, there's not much that you can't tell anyone through, even after you can't see them face to face. But I mean, that's a novelty, right? That's what they always say before leaving. Say what you want to say. And that's also what John Mayer said in his song. Okay, bye.